Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the fascinating, kind of mind-bending reality of how you can actively magnetize fortune and serendipity into your daily life. We usually think of luck as something that just happens to us, a random roll of the dice from the universe. But what if it's actually something we create?
Let's kick things off with a question that really challenges everything we've been taught about chance. What if luck isn't a random lottery, but a skill you can actually master? It sounds like a bold claim, for sure. But as we go through this explainer, you're going to see that the concept of getting lucky is much more calculated and intentional than you might think.
Historically, we've always pictured fortune as this glowing, goddess-like figure emerging from a cosmic mist to just magically bestow abundance on a chosen few. It's that classic idea of Lady Luck. We cross our fingers, we hope she smiles at us, and that's that. But the science and the psychological reality we're about to unpack, well, it tells a completely different story.
Section 1. The Myth of Random Luck. Exposing the illusion.
So, we need to make a fundamental shift here. We have to absolutely abandon the illusion of randomness, this pervasive belief that luck is purely arbitrary. The idea that some people are just born under a lucky star? Yeah, let's throw that out. The reality is all about actively shaping your circumstances. People who consistently experience good luck actually exhibit a very specific set of psychological traits and behaviors. They are literally transforming random events into success. It's not a dice roll, it's a dynamic process, and you are entirely in control of it.
Moving on to Section 2, redefining how luck works, a dynamic interplay.
Okay, we need a complete redefinition here. Luck is really a dynamic interplay where preparation converges with opportunity. Now, you've probably heard that part before, right? But notice how it's significantly amplified by an absolutely crucial third element, energy alignment. This completely moves us past mere chance. It shows us that fortune isn't just found randomly on the street, it's actively cultivated through this beautiful harmonious blend of your readiness, your awareness, and your vibrational resonance.
Let's break this formula down into its three foundational pieces. First up, we've got preparation. This is your skill, your knowledge, the actual elbow grease you put in to build a solid foundation. Next is opportunity. These are the circumstances and openings that naturally pop up in your environment. But here's where the magic really happens. The third element, energy alignment. This is the amplifier. When these three elements sync up and work in harmony, bam, you transform fleeting chance encounters into massive, meaningful opportunities.
And this whole thing builds into a continuous, active loop. Step 1. You cultivate the skills. Step 2. You align your energy and mindset with your goals. And Step 3. As a direct result, you attract the fortune. It is a continuous cycle. You can literally rinse and repeat this over and over again.
Section 3. Mindset, awareness, and action. The three components.
So far from being just random chance, luck is this dynamic interplay of three internal components that you actively command. First, your mindset, meaning your internal beliefs and what you actually expect to happen. Second, your awareness, your ability to keenly observe and spot those hidden potential openings that everyone else is just walking right past. And third, action, your willingness to step up and capitalize on what you've noticed. You literally need all three of these pieces working together to turn potential into reality.
Which brings us to Section 4, the psychology of fortune, attracting luck.
All right, let's look at the two-factor model of luck beliefs. There is a massive difference between a general belief in luck and personal luckiness. Believing that some mystical external force exists that just randomly pushes outcomes around, that's one thing. But personal luckiness is believing deeply in your own inherent luck. And research shows these two totally different views wildly impact your well-being and your life outcomes. If you genuinely, truly believe you're a lucky person, you end up navigating the world entirely differently.
As the research points out, dispositional optimism significantly influences persistence in pursuing goals. Optimism isn't just about feeling good or, looking on the bright side. It is a highly practical tool. Because you anticipate positive outcomes, you keep pushing toward your objectives when other people might just throw in the towel. You persist because deep down, you fundamentally expect to get lucky eventually.
Section 5. The neuroscience of luck. The brain's role.
Okay, this is where it gets really cool. It all starts right here in the default mode network, or DMN. This is the neural network associated with mind wandering. It's the exact place in your brain where your truest intentions, desires, and goals actually originate and get refined. Before you even lift a finger to take action, your brain is quietly back there building the blueprint for your fortune while you're literally just daydreaming.
Once that intention is locked into the DMN, your brain fires up this salience network. Think of the salience network as your brain's personal bloodhound. It is constantly scanning your surrounding environment, specifically hunting for opportunities that align perfectly with those intentions you just formed. You aren't consciously doing this, by the way. Your brain is quite literally wired to hunt down the exact luck you told it you wanted.
And all of this data is filtered right through your reticular activating system, or RAS. The RAS acts as your brain's ultimate filter. It processes your preparation and blocks out all the irrelevant background noise. This proves that you literally perceive a completely different, much luckier reality when you've done the work to prime these neural networks. You actually see the open doors and the serendipitous connections that a pessimistic, unprepared brain just automatically filters out as static.
So, knowing that fortune is actually an active skill rooted deep inside your own neural networks, ask yourself, how is your brain's reticular activating system filtering your reality right now? What incredible, life-changing opportunities might your brain be filtering out today simply because you haven't told it to look for them? Remember, cultivate your preparation, align your energy, and let your brain do the hunting. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I hope you start magnetizing your fortune today.